this is Tina. Welcome back to my channel. So we are here for, would you believe, day 7 of the 7 days of what's working on 7 days of working with what's on my desk. 7 days. So as you can see, I haven't really achieved an awful lot. That pile's still looking monstrous. To be honest, it's probably just even more messy now because I've been rummaging through it constantly. Anyway, let's see what we can achieve in this last video, and yeah, then obviously we'll have a look at what we've made during the 7 days. Okay guys, so as we just saw, there's an awful lot of stuff still here, so let's just see what we can achieve on this, the final video. So yeah, I hope that that I inspired you guys to work with what's on your desk. I'm just going to literally grab things, you know, from the top as we have been doing. And I best make some big things really, so that I'm, you know, getting rid of things pretty quickly, I think, because this is not, you know, I'm not getting rid of a lot of stuff making small things. So I'm going to try my best in this video to just make quite big pieces, so that hopefully I can shrink that pile a little bit during this video. I mean, as if I haven't done it in 7, I'm not really going to do it in 1, am I? No, not really. Right, I have an apology to make right off the, you know, right at the beginning of this, because, oh my gosh, it was only when I came to obviously edit that last video that I saw it was like an hour and 25 minutes or something long. I can only apologise. Yeah, I'm so sorry. I mean, that's like the length of a feature film. So truly sorry. I did not obviously realise, because I had to stop and start that particular video a lot of times. You know, I was aware it was quite long. I had not obviously realised quite the extent of how long it was. So I can only apologise there for just how ridiculously long it was. So yeah, really, really sorry, guys. You know, I'm sure that you all probably got just completely bored and switched off, which is, of course, understandable, because why wouldn't you? Let's face it, why wouldn't you? So yeah, I hope that it hasn't put you off joining me at all now, ever again. I will try and keep my videos slightly more timely in future. I mean, it really is a danger, because when you have to switch off, you know, for like the doorbell, or think of switching off because like I had to go and pick my son up from school and things like that, you know, you lose track of how long you've been filming for, and then obviously you come back and you kind of just carry on with your project, and lo and behold, before you know it, you've filmed for this ridiculously long amount of time. So yeah, I really do apologise. I did not realise until I came to edit quite how long that was, and obviously by then it was like already filmed, so I couldn't really then split it, because, you know, where would I have split it? So yeah, really incredibly sorry about how much that just went on and on and on. But I mean, on the plus side, we did make a whole, you know, sort of journal. I mean, I know it was a titchy journal, but, you know, in fairness, we did make a whole journal. So although it was ridiculously long, it was sort of beneficial. Excuse me. Sort of beneficial with regards to how much we achieved. But the irony is, still my desk is piled up. So even though I feel like we achieved quite a bit, clearly we didn't achieve that much, because there's a lot of stuff still here, unfortunately. Well, I mean, I say unfortunately, I don't really mind, to be honest, because it's quite handy having such a lot of things to choose from. But, you know, I realised that this would not be probably a lot of people's way of crafting. Right, let's use some other stuff. So let's just tear in some book page. Actually, I'm not going to use that. I've got this one with these postage stamp kind of images, which I just love. So yeah, let's just pop that down. I'm not going to overthink this at all today, because obviously the last video, it would be really great to feel really like we've made a dent. Anyway, So I hope that this little series has inspired some of you guys to maybe, you know, work along with me and have 7 days of working with what's on your desk. You know, as I say, I'm sure that your desks are not quite in need of the clear up that mine was, still is. But I hope that you've been inspired in some way and not just horrified and switching off. But yeah, I mean, maybe there's more of us than we think, because Deb from Artsology, she did a desk share of her desk shortly after my messy desk video, and hers was even messier than mine, to be honest. Well, not necessarily her desk, but hers, like, her whole room, you know, she couldn't barely get into the room, and actually it was then just like spreading out into the hallway. And yeah, so Deb, thank you so much for showing that lovely video. It was awesome to see that I'm not the only person crafting in such a tip. The thing is, I do absolutely love having so much stuff to just grab from. It makes it really easy when doing a project. And you never know then how something's going to turn out, because it's just like, oh, I could use that. Oh, I could use that. Which is exciting and keeps it quite fresh, doesn't it? But occasionally I realise that it gets to the point where it's then a little bit overwhelming. And it's like, oh gosh, I can't actually bear being in here. So it doesn't really get like that for me, but I realise that it would for a lot of people, because, you know, a lot of people wouldn't enjoy being in such a state. So I might just go for all of these things on here, because, you know, I'm really trying to obviously get rid of a lot of things in one go. So let's just go for this. Yes, you know, obviously I'm filming these ahead so that I have them all ready to upload kind of, you know, every day. So obviously at the point of filming this, I have not obviously uploaded any, so I don't know the response to this or anything like that. But I mean, I would love it if, you know, if you could share your links, if you're doing like videos, joining me in doing your own series on 7 days of what's on your desk or anything like that. I would love it if you would be able to share your links to your videos and things like that, because it would be great fun to see what everyone else is doing. So if that's, you know, if that's something that you've got links to a video, or if not, maybe you've got Instagram and you could like link me on, I don't know, your Instagram post. I mean, I have to say I'm pretty rubbish with Instagram. But I am trying to be a bit better. The last literally couple of weeks or so, I've tried to post things a bit more on there. I think they were like my first posts this entire year. Yeah, I'm really shockingly bad at Instagram. So I think because my pictures that I've taken, you know, they're not necessarily Instagrammy, because they tend to be a little bit more arty, don't they? So I kind of look through my pictures, you know, if I've uploaded a video and I think, oh, perhaps I could just like load something on Instagram. Then it just looks really rubbish, because obviously the picture's not of Instagram quality. So yeah, that's partly why I'm just going to use my hot glue, because I just love it. That's partly why I don't end up really loading too much up there. You know, because I feel like it's a whole different type of picture that needs to go on Instagram. They're somehow sort of nicer, aren't they? People seem to take a lot more care of putting nicer pictures on Instagram than they do anywhere else. So, yes, that's kind of where that comes from, I think, why I often don't end up loading anything. Right, let's pop this on here. Again, I'm just going to use this hot glue, because then it will have a slightly raised effect. Because I'm trying to make this so that it's a little bit, you know, sort of tactile. It's got then some texture going on. quite sweet. Well, we've got a few things going on here, haven't we? Got rid of a few things on this one. Oh, that's a bit white, unfortunately. Otherwise, that would have been another thing that we could have claimed to have put there. Right, I've got some pearly trim. Let's pop that on. Again, that was just like buried at the back there. Oops, come on. Okay. Oh, it's such a lovely day here. The sun's shining. I mean, yesterday was like the worst day ever. It was just raining the entire day. And it was so dark the whole day. It was just horrid. And today it's absolutely gorgeous. You know, like it's actually not even that cold. It's beautiful, beautiful blue skies. It's really nice, really nice. So, oh, it just makes you feel so much nicer, doesn't it, when the sun's shining? Right, I'm just having a look to see what I can put in the centre of that flower. I've got that one. Should we just put that in there? Just because, again, it's then something else gone from my desk, isn't it? So, I mean, as if that's going to make any difference. Is this just verging on ridiculous now? Right, there we go. So, pretty envelope and, yeah, ready to go then in a project. So I should just put that on the floor beside me in my piles of, you know, things that we've made. Right, I've got a whole sheet here from my botanical russet. So again, what we should probably do is make something large out of this. You know, again, because large is the way to go, obviously, when you have got a lot of things to get rid of. So perhaps we'll just make, I was going to say a sort of booklet-y thing, but it's a bit too big. Let's just fold it like that. And then fold this one over. Like that. Again, I should really have my bone folder here, but oh well. Let's just go for it like this. So I'm just going to cut this edge down here because it's obviously very white. Cut that down. And then what I'm going to do, I'm just going to trim that white section off. I obviously hadn't printed this borderless, so that's why that's like that. Okay. Now again, obviously I haven't coffee dyed this or anything, and when I've printed this botanical russet vintage papers previously, I have tended to use ivory cardstock, and this time I have obviously used white. So I'm just going to ink it up quite a bit, and you know, I'm just going to go quite heavy with the inking to get rid of the white page, particularly obviously on the inside, because nobody really wants that white, you know, stark look. So just ink that over like that. Yeah, I hope that you're having nice weather where you are. I mean, as I say, I'm filming these ahead, so I mean, probably by the time that this video goes up, it's probably going to be vile again. Probably raining again. But, you know, I need another sponge. Let me just grab my other inker, which might be making a bit of a better job of this. I have ordered some of those makeup brush things, you know, to do my blending, but they were not like on Prime, so they haven't arrived yet. They were, you know, one of these items that then was going to take like, I don't know, 6 days or something to come. So I'm still waiting for them. But once they come, I will obviously let you know what I think. I mean, I know that most of you probably have them anyway, but they'll be new to me, so I'm sure that I can't be the only person who's never had them. So it's good to share our thoughts, isn't it? Right, I will ink the back as well, because again, you know, we don't know if this is going to be glued in. or whether we're going to actually just be using this as a sort of floating piece. So I'll just then ink it all round like that. Now I should probably check I'm filming and I'm in frame before I do too much more. Oh my goodness, I'm only like 14 minutes in and we've made that whole envelope. Wow, I feel like just we're cooking on gas today. That's the second time I've used that expression lately, and I said last time I used it, I have no idea where that's come from because I've never used that expression in my whole life. So why I'm suddenly using that is beyond me, but it's a bit annoying because I'm not necessarily a fan of that expression. But oh well, never mind. Sometimes we just kind of say these things, don't we? Now, kind of thinking it would be nice to have this like on the edge somewhere, so as I have that, you know, that notchy thing. So I'm just going to ink this up. This is some vintage file folder, index card file folder, I don't know, but I thought it would be quite cute if it actually had that little bit there. So that's what that was about. I'm just going to chop that down slightly. So in fact I might use the 3-in-1 because hopefully that will be quicker for drying. Okay, so I'm just going to pop that down there like that, just running along the edge. Okay, let's just dab that off. Hope that not too much glue has been seeping out all over everywhere. Okay, right, is it time that I get a different piece of paper here? I mean, I'm not saying that my desk is going to be pleasant to look at still, but at least if it's a cleaner sheet of paper it might be slightly more pleasant to look at. Right, let's just check that that's glued on neatly, or you know, glued on well, like that. Oh, I love how that looks. It's really fun, isn't it? And now I'm thinking, should we put this piece, because waste not, want not, you know, we've got this now. Should we have that as a little pocket? I have obviously got the rest of this stampy book page. So I could like have a bit of that somewhere. I mean, again, obviously I don't have a plan for this. This is just very much wing and a prayer stuff going on here. That's quite nice, isn't it? Yep, I'm quite liking that. I'm thinking maybe this pocket has to actually be inside. No, I'm going to have it there. Shall I have it there? Oh, decisions. Right. Must stop with the dithering around, because otherwise I'm not going to achieve a great deal here, am I? Right, let's just pop this on here. Again, just going to use that 3-in-1, which hopefully will be a bit faster gluing down. Let me just pop that there, like that. Okie dokie. Okay, right. Let me just try and press that down without too much glue oozing out everywhere. Okay. Okie dokie, right. There we go. Okay, right. Let's now trim this down here. Like that, just at the side. Again, I mean, I do not have any sort of plan in my mind of what I'm really making here. It's just that whole, you know, wing and a prayer stuff of let's just see what evolves from this. So let's hope it's going to be something nice, because that would be embarrassing, wouldn't it, if it turned out it was something horrible. Something really rubbish. And obviously stranger things have happened, you know. It's not like everything that I make, or, you know, I'm sure that people make is not always going to be great. So, okay. So again, just got this little bit of stamped pieces here on this craft coloured. Well, this was actually some file folder as well, actually different file folder, but vintage, which is quite nice to use on there, isn't it? So let's just glue this down before I just keep on moving it about. Now, shall we glue that down, or shall we just see if we want any doily or anything on there first before we commit to that? Now, do I have any doily? That's the question. Oh, I've got a couple of my dominoes there, which they might be quite good here because they're... Oh, I've got some black lace. This must have been off a vest, I think, because it's got like a V. It's a little bit thick. I wonder if we could just have that really delicate sort of bit there. Let's just have a look and see. Okay, we'll just cut that down like that. That's better, isn't it? Right, let me just cut out a couple of these. Just because these were floating around under there, and I thought, oh, they're just the right colour for, you know, the bits that we've glued on so far, with the sort of touch of black from that stamp book piece. I just thought, oh, that might go quite well on there, actually. Now, I want something here, really, because that's looking a little bit on the plain side. Oh, I have this. This was from that other project that we did. Again, that then just hadn't really been thrown away. What do you think? I mean, just literally just, you know, pull in any old thing in, really. Just to get it off the desk, because it's like, we're on the last video. Quick, get rid of some extra stuff. Okay. Then we're going to have this, and let me just ink up this domino a bit around the edge. Right, let me just ink up this whole pocket because it's looking quite stark. So we'll just ink around everything. And I'll just ink this piece as well. Yeah, it's such a nice day out there. You know, it's actually like a shock to see it looking so nice, because it feels like such a long time since it was last any form of nice weather. So it's probably the nicest day it's been for absolutely weeks and weeks and weeks. Right, let's just glue this piece down now. Like that. Okay, just want to have a bit of an eclectic sort of feel there, really. And then, sorry, just fidgeting around on my chair. Okay, do we want anything up here, or are we going to focus down this strip? Let's just tear that down. It's quite nice up there, and it just ties in then the you know, the book page kind of up here as well. So maybe actually I quite like it in the middle. Let's just pop that down. Like that. Okay. Okie dokie. Right. Pop those bits in the bin. Now, where's that piece of black lace? So I think we'll have a bit of black lace going probably across here, like that. And then we'll have another piece going somewhere else, I think. Maybe even across the top or something like that. So let's just ink up that bit of book page that we just glued down. That just ties it in a bit better. Now, shall we use another one of those gold flowers? The annoying thing is I've only just done these gold flowers, and obviously now I'm just going to use them all because it's like, oh, I must use everything on my desk. Why don't I move them from my desk? Otherwise I have none left. You see, this is where the hoarding thing starts, because already I've painted these flowers and now I don't want to use them. And I painted more because I didn't want to use all the ones that Laura sent me. So now I've got the remainder from the ones that Laura sent me, and now I have my own. And now I'm not wanting to use them because I don't want them all to be gone. What is that about? What is that about? It's bizarre behaviour, isn't it? I'm sure I'm not the only person. You know, I'm pretty sure that hoarding and crafting probably go hand in hand. But, I mean, the irony when you actually are not wanting to use the very thing that you've made to use is just crazy. Literally crazy kind of behaviour, isn't it? Yeah. Oh, I don't know. Right. Oh, that's so cute. Going to pop that little domino on there. Just literally like that, just kind of placed on there. Just ties the two bits in. Now, I'm wondering whether to have the lace down the bottom. I do want to have some more lace on here. Now, should I just go for like that strip down there? Oh, it's annoying because that piece is not now long enough. I have got some more black lace, would you believe, that was floating on my desk. But this is then really wide. Like really big bit. Let me just see whether there's any more. Because there probably is some more, to be fair. Buried on here somewhere, but I just obviously can't probably see it. No, I can't see any more. I'm sure there is more. I've obviously got more black lace like elsewhere, but because I'm trying to just use things that are on my desk, I need to be strong. Need to be strong and not just delve into other piles. Okay, right, let's glue this on here. Again, you know, I started off so well and made that envelope piece really super quickly. And now we've come to a grinding halt that's now holding up proceedings. Oops, just checking which, don't know really whether there is a right and a wrong way to that lace, but let's just pop that down there. Oh, right, let's just see. So what I could do is cut this off, so sort of same as we did with the other piece, like that. Now, have I got enough here to go down the entire side? Let's see. Got that there. Yep, not too bad. Not too bad. Obviously there is a kind of break, you know, where it's two bits, but it's not too bad. Right, let's just pop that down like that. So again, don't know whether there's a right and a wrong way for this lace. let's just pop it down. So we just glue the whole strip right the way down there. Okay, like that, and then just join it with this piece here. Now that doesn't look too bad, does it? I mean, obviously there is a join there, but it's not that obvious, to be fair. So I'm just going to trim that down here. And I mean, obviously I can always cover that up with something else. So sure, I've got lots of bits and bobs that I could find to put over there. Let's just have a look and see what things I've actually got floating around that would do perfectly for that. You see, I've got these postage stamps on fabric, which would have been ideal, but it's not the right colour. Let me see whether I've got any more floating around that are a better colour match. Because I've got a lot of these that are ready for me to finish off. But obviously where they actually are now, you know, they're somewhere here buried, but where is anybody's guess? Got this little flower. I don't know. Why am I dithering now? It's going so well. Going so well, and now just not going so well. Right. Oh, come on. And this is probably the point where you're all now just switching off. Switching off, thinking, ah, no. She's going to make another one of those terribly long videos, just like yesterday's. Honestly, I'm not going to do that. Well, hopefully I'm not. Oh, right. I quite like that journal piece there. Again, let me just have a look and see about some brads. I know that I've got them because I pulled them out yesterday, quite late on in that video. Okay. So I knew they were sort of going to be reasonably easy to find. I love these book plates. I use them really a lot already. They're just really fun. And to be fair, every time I've used them, they look really nice. You know, just kind of an ideal little addition. The worst of it is I don't actually know really what I'm actually making here. So I'm dithering around, spending all this time making something that I don't really know what it's going to be. Right, should we do that? Should we do that? Let's do that. So all I'm going to do, in fact, I think, is hot glue that into place. So let me just trim around there, like that. And then what I'm going to do, well, I might just add a little bit of glue here. Let me just get some book page to like lean on. Oops. Okay. So let's go a little bit, you know, just a few dabs so that it's glued down a little bit. Like that. Okay, right, oops. Just so that's held into place, and then what I'm going to do is just hot glue this down here, like that. So like that. Okay, so that's really nice, isn't it? Yep, like how that is. Now, might as well in here then, just make a couple of pockets, I think, and just have this as a sort of folio thing of sorts. Now, I have got this gold paper, which again, It's probably not really kind of quite ideal, to be honest. But I was just thinking, oh, that would be a big piece gone from the desk. But there's no point if it's not the right piece, you know, even though it would get it off the desk. You don't want to have something that then you're not going to feel happy with at the end, do you? Right. Oh, come on. So I have some card there, some craft card. Oops, I've got some coffee dyed printed card, you know, of like a coffee dyed background. I've obviously got just some coffee dyed paper, or, you know, thickish card. And I've got book pages, and I'm looking really to see how I'm going to use like the biggest piece, really. Right, let's take this. This is from my vintage Gothic kit. So I'm not going to use this one because this feels a bit eerie, but these birds, even though they're like crows or blackbirds or something like that, I don't mind them. And to be fair, we've obviously now started using the black here. So I'm just going to bin that. Yep. Yep, it's in the bin. No hoarding for me. Now, anyway, no hoarding for me today. Right, so I'm going to just cut this down, like about there, I think. So again, all I'm doing is just so that I know roughly where to cut that line. So okay. So that can be a pocket there at the top. Now, do we want it that big, or shall I cut it down and then we can have two pockets out of that? I think I'll do that. Excuse me. I think it's getting time for a cup of tea. I might have to stop the video and go and make a cup of tea in a minute. Right. Then we're going to have that one down there. Got this to pop onto one of the pockets. And then, what else did I see here that I thought just now? Oh, I can use that. Oh, no, I can't remember what it was. I only just saw it literally a second ago. Oh, well, I have got some black card, actually. Although that might be a bit too black. I've got brown. Should we just use brown? Well, let's just do that, to be honest, because we can always mix it up. So I'm just going to cut that down here. Like that. And just trim off the bottom section. Right, let's have a look. So I'm thinking we have it like that. What else have I got? What else? What else? What else? I've got this. So we could then have that there, or actually we could put a long pocket down the side. That might just be nicer, actually. So I think we'll do that. So all I'm going to do first is pop this down as like a, you know, a pocket in the centre, that centrepiece. So we just pop that down like that. Hopefully that's straightish. And then we're just going to pop this one down just beneath it. Okay. Like that. Oops. Oh, I obviously had not cut that very straight. Let me just try and straighten that up a little bit. Let's check the time as well in a minute. So, because I don't want another feature-length film going on. We don't want that, do we? No way, Jose. Right, okay. So I'm going to pop that there. So what I'm going to do is just stamp around. I'm just going to use my scripty stamp. So to decorate up this plain card, just so as it doesn't look so boring. Oops. Oh well, I might as well just go on to the white now as well, as we've gone there already now by mistake. I'll just do a bit here and I think a bit here, here. Okay, right. Okay, let's get rid of that now. And then just ink this up. Just ink this pocket here. Now I pulled this in because this is just like a little corner that I had stamped here on to this white card that, again, I mean, I couldn't even tell you when I stamped this, but it was just like laying around on my desk, and I thought, oh, I wonder whether I could just pop that somewhere, like as a little decorative corner piece. I don't know whether that's really strange. I haven't really ever done that before, stamped on a piece for a corner and then popped it on. But actually, it looks quite nice. I could have it on that corner, covering that. That's quite nice, isn't it? Actually, now I'm wishing I had more than one of these, because I quite like it in both of those places. Let's see what else I've got here laying about. Again, I've got the rest of that little stamp, postage stamp book. So maybe we'll have that there like that. Okie dokie. Okay, and again I would just ink this up a little bit, and then we're just going to pop that there. Now on here then, we just have again a little bit more of a sort of sort through and see what I've got laying about that I could use. Oh, that's actually from the Botanical Russet stuff, so it's kind of like coordinating quite well. Also got that, which is actually from the bee's knees, but I wonder if that's inked up, whether that would work on there as well. It's not really black enough, is it? It's not got that black effect. Oh, now I'm thinking maybe, oh no, because I'd have to trim that down there. No, I'm not going to use that because I don't want to have to cut that. Right, let's have a look. That's not long enough. I'm going to come back to this in a moment. So let's just pop something down as our like pocket piece on the facing page. Oh look, they're all too short. Isn't that just always the way when you're then looking for something you haven't got quite the right size? Oh, that's better. Right. Okay. Okay, let's just glue this together. So literally I'm just making a sort of pocket here at the side with this book page. That, and we'll just glue that on. So again, let me just ink this up first. Oh my gosh, look at the mess I've made of that inking. Awful, awful, awful mess. Okay, right. So we're just going to pop that on there like that. So just glue that around. and just get into that crease there on the very edge of the book page. And again, you know, obviously if you had a sewing machine, you could have obviously stitched if you were doing things like this. You know, I have got a sewing machine, but as you know, it's not here at my desk. So I don't want to end up with a stop, start, because that's where I went wrong yesterday and ended up doing a film length video. If you've just tuned in for the first time, please don't think that you have missed a film. It wasn't a film. It was just merely, I mean, where my video ended up so ridiculously long. All right, now again, this was just like a tag piece that's laying around on my desk, so, but it's good colour for what I'm making here, so I just wondered, you know, whether I might be able to actually incorporate it on here somewhere. I might revert back to my original thoughts and have this on that one. So again, let me just get rid of this piece of book page. Like that. Probably should actually put it there, shouldn't I? So it's like not got a gap around it. That's better. And then just ink that up. And we'll have this one here. I'm undecided about that corner piece, but I do like this. So I'm just going to glue this down here. Like that. Okay, so we just then clean that around there. And then what have I got laying about? Have we got some more of that lace left? Oh look, we've got that end piece that we cut off. Let's just snip that off where it was like the join of like the V. We could have a bit of lace on there. Just thought the lace, obviously then that ties that into the front. Oh, just stuck on me. Right, I also have a couple of these little stamps from the stamp book. I think maybe we had been using these yesterday in the little journal that we made. So again, I might just be able to use those somewhere here. Should we have it something like that? You know, I mean, again, it's just the mission here is obviously get things off of the desk. And again, I'm just going to glue this with hot glue because this is like this tag, but it's on like a glossy, thick surface. So I'm feeling like it needs a bit of extra power to get it to stick. So the hot glue is then going to obviously be a lot more, you know, sticky, or, you know, a lot more powerful with its stick. And then I'm going to pop this postage stamp on there and that on there, I think. So like that. And then we could have that there. And now I'm thinking, maybe not. Maybe not whatever it was that I was thinking. Didn't look as good as I had thought it might look. So let's just do that. And I've also got one more that we'd, I think, been, you know, debating whether to use yesterday. So again, let me just ink that up because I will stick this somewhere. Definitely I'm going to use it somewhere because I really like it. Maybe I should just have it there. Oh, I don't know now. Maybe I should have it there. That's quite nice, isn't it? Maybe that side. Right, let's get rid of this. Let's pop this down. Again, I'm just going to use my hot glue because this is, again, very thick card. So I feel like, you know, otherwise I'm going to have to hold it down for a little while. And obviously I'm trying to crack on with this video a little bit faster. So the hot glue is just a quick way to get it to stick down, to be honest. Right, that's that. Now, what else have I got here? Just rummaging through my huge pile of stuff. Well, why is it when you're looking for something suitable, you just can't find it? Got some of my little collage-y page here. I don't want the green because, you know, I feel like that's not in keeping. But I really like how it is on the tracing paper, so I'm just thinking maybe... Oh, that's just like mad, isn't it? Mad. What do we think to it there? Quite like it like that, actually, because otherwise this side here had like no of the sort of rusty colour at all that we've got on the front cover. So by just having this here, it just ties that in from the front. And I think what we'll do, we'll just have it like that. Okay, let's just glue that down there like that. Okay, let me just add a little touch more glue around there. And then a little bit down there. Okay. Then we're going to have this here. Now, again, did we want to put it on a piece of lace or anything? That's a bit weird up that way, isn't it? You know, because it's like obvious it doesn't really go that way. Let me just trim this down. Oh, you see, now I'm wishing I'd had that lace running straight down the side there. Oh well. Oh, that's just really odd, isn't it? Yeah, really, really strange. Okay, let's just go for it, I think, like that, because yeah, I'm just working with obviously what I have here and just seeing what else I've got. Do I have anything else that's vaguely black lacy or no, black lacy or anything else that might look okay? No. Got that piece of doily. No, that's weird, isn't it? Right, let's just glue this down because otherwise I'm in danger of obviously the second longest video. 2 days on the trot. Okay, so that's that. Now, just going to look around there. Okay. I do want to have some black lace somewhere, but as of yet, I haven't quite decided where it should go. Or I could just add some ivory lace. I mean, lace is lace, to be honest, isn't it? Oh, hold on. Hold on. Just spotted over at the back of my desk that I used sort of recently-ish was this gorgeous butterfly ribbon. Oh, that's pretty, isn't it? Let's just run that straight down the edge there. So straight down here like that. Oops, come on. Okay, whoops. Okay, so that's quite nice there, isn't it? And then we have that there. I'm just thinking perhaps we could just have something from that butterfly lace here as well that would then tie it in. Or maybe we'll just have to have that straight, because I'm just thinking otherwise it's not really going to shut properly, is it? Let's just have that glued down the bottom. Okay, that's that one there. So I will just snip that off at the edge. And obviously, you know, that's overhanging. I don't mind that. I kind of almost think that looks quite nice. So I'm not saying I did it deliberately. I didn't, but I do quite like it. Right, just rolling my lace back up. Just seeing whether I've got anything else. I've got a little bit of bling here that's just floating literally over to the side. So of course, let's have some bling somewhere. Right, I'm just going to pop this lace down here. Like that. Oops, got a bit of glue there. Okay. That's that. A lot of blue, but not enough, weirdly. Okay, so that's that. And then just want to check that I can still actually get into that pocket. Okay, I'm going to have this here, like that. Okay, put that in the bin, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to just ink up this ribbon strip a little bit. So just go straight down the edge there. Just so that's a little bit more sort of aged like that. Okay, so you've got your pocket here, and a pocket there. You've got a pocket there, and then this closes over here. Now, I didn't ever do anything about that, did I? So let's just glue that down slightly more. Like that. And then I think I've probably got some flowers somewhere here. I have actually got these flowers, to be fair. Oh, they're like huge, aren't they? Huge on there. Did we toy around with putting that on there? Let's just do that because, you know, I need to just get on. So, I need to just get on and spare you guys any more dithering around. Okay. So that's that. And then we're going to just pop a little bit of bling on because, well, what's it about with no bling? And again, you see, I have that dilemma because everywhere I put the bling, I like it. There's nowhere I don't like it. Okay. Just pop that down there like that. Okay. So that's that little, just like a little sort of a, oops, sorry, I've got my drawer wedged now. Just like a little ephemera folio that you can just put some bits and pieces in. Oh my gosh, I'm now 56 minutes. So that's it, guys. We are now, you know, through our 7 days worth of working with what's on our desk. Obviously, I did show you the pile at the beginning of this video, and clearly, as you can probably tell, that pile's not really shrunk in the last like 56 minutes. So I think we can call that 7 days of working with what's on our desk pretty much a fail with regard to clearing the desk. However, we have made quite a few bits of ephemera, so I will come back and we can run over what we've made and things, you know, in another video because I don't want to kind of bore you all now. But I hope that you like the pieces that we made in this one, and if you joined me for this little I mean, it wasn't really a challenge, but this little idea of kind of 7 days worth of working with what's on your desk, I hope you had fun, and I hope your desk is looking a bit clearer than mine is. So thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you guys soon. Thanks, Em. Bye.